Good morning to all of you. We are going to start our seminar. First of all, I'd like to invite our chief guest, Shri Rajiv Ranjan Sir, Scientist C, Deputy Director in Management System MSD Department, Bureau of Indian Standards, to join us on stage and take a seat at the dais. Now I'd like to invite Professor Shailendra Kumar Sir, Chairman of MSD 5, Bureau of Indian Standard, and Dr. Rajesh Singh Sir, University Librarian and Head of Delhi University Library System, to join us on stage and take a seat at the dais. On behalf of Bureau of Indian Standards and Delhi University Library System, I, Gyanriti, am delighted to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you to this significant event. Our seminar on role of standards in library and information science marks as happening first time of its kind. Today, a pivotal moment for us as we gather here to explore the crucial role that standards play in shaping the landscape of library and information science. Before we proceed, allow me to express our sincere gratitude to our esteemed guests who have graciously accepted our invitation and are here to share their valuable insights with us. I request Dr. Rajesh Singh Sir to felicitate our chief guest, Rajiv Ranjan Sir, Scientist C, Deputy Director, MSD Department, Bureau of Indian Standard, by presenting him a bouquet, shawl, and a memento as a token of gratitude. Now I request Professor Margam Madhusudan Sir, Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, University of Delhi, to felicitate Professor Shailendra Kumar Sir by offering him a shawl, a bouquet, and a memento. Again, I request Dr. Siva Kanodia Ma'am, Deputy Librarian, Central Library, Jawaharlal Nehru University, to felicitate Dr. Rajesh Singh Sir by presenting him a shawl, bouquet, and a memento. Now it's time for welcome address. I kindly request Dr. Rajesh Singh sir, University Librarian and Head, Delhi University Library System, to deliver the welcome address and kickstart the event.
I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Rajiv Ranjan, Deputy Director, MSD 5 from BIS. I welcome you to University of Delhi first on my behalf and behalf of all the library professionals from University of Delhi and from across the India who are present here for this one-day seminar. We extend warm welcome to you, and I believe that there is a need for collaboration between a library and information people and between the people of standards, because we need standards for each and every activities in the library. You would have heard the term local variance, right? And because of that local variance, we are independent. It should not be. So we really need standards for the operations which we are taking place, routine operations in the libraries, activities in the libraries and services. If the standards are there, we will follow those standards, and definitely I'm sure that we will be providing more services efficiently and effectively. So we welcome you, sir, and this hope I have already pronounced with the BIS. I also take this opportunity to welcome Professor Shailendra Kumar, a man of mustache. He is my guru. He is my guru, friend, guide and philosopher. He is my PhD supervisor, and believe me, I could complete my PhD in back gear. I approached him that, sir, this is everything which we have found it from after analyzing the information which I collected through SPSS. He said, this is fine, but lot more are to be done. And believe me, he's a friend, because every Saturday and Sunday I used to be at his residence for my PhD. And the ideas, I had been working on information literacy since 2007. I submitted my PhD in 2018 after 10 long years of registration. But there were many ideas which I could not even, by that time I could not have thought of. So thank you very much, sir, for being a super guide for a small person like me. I also take this opportunity to welcome you to this one-day seminar on behalf of University of Delhi and on behalf of all the participants. I also take this opportunity to welcome all the participants. Particularly, I would like to take a few names: Dr. Siva Kannaujiya, Dr. Neeraj Chaurasia, our lovely Joint Director, Dr. Prajesh Roy, Professor Madhusudan. He is friend of friends. So we fight also, and we are friends forever. Am I right, Professor Madhu? Then Dr. Shailendra Chauhan, Mr. Pawan Tripathi, Mr. Sanjeev Dutt Sharma, Syam is there, he is part of our team. OP Gupta is there, he is part of our team. And Baby, Dr. Baby, I welcome all of you. Dr. Uma is there, I welcome all of you. See, this is a beginning, very small beginning, but this is very important beginning, right? This is first of its kind seminar in India. When library and BIS is in collaboration, they are organizing such a seminar. What we need, they want to understand what is the exact requirement of the libraries in terms of standards, and we also need to understand how standards can improve our services, how standards can improve our operations, how standards can place us at a place from where we can discuss with the authorities that why we need this and what are the standards, what is already written, and standards from an organization called BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards. Nobody can defy, nobody can deny, right? So with this small welcome address introduction, I welcome you all to this very beautiful, small and beautiful auditorium to University of Delhi, as well as to this one-day seminar. I am grateful to Mr. Rajiv Ranjan. He spared his valuable time to come and join us. Thank you, sir. I am also grateful to all the participants, those who have joined us from University of Delhi, as well as those who have joined us from out of University of Delhi. There are participants from Haryana, Mr. Naresh, Dr. Naresh, he is there. So a lot of you are from out of Delhi also. So I welcome you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your warm and insightful welcome address. Now we are honored to have with us our chief guest, Shri Rajiv Ranjan sir, Scientist C, Deputy Director in MSD, Management and Information Department. He is a member secretary of MSD 10, Social Responsibility, Sectional Committee which deals with formulation of standards at national level broadly on areas of social responsibility. I kindly request Rajiv Ranjan sir for his address to the audience.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Am I audible? I think. Thank you. All the dignitaries present on the dais, Dr. Rajesh Singh sir, Librarian Delhi University, Professor Shailendra Kumar, who is also the chairman of our MSD 5 sectional committee, and speakers of the technical session, and distinguished participants, a warm good morning to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may be aware, Bureau of Indian Standards is the national standards body engaged in standardization activity in various fields through its different divisional councils. The Documentation and Informational Sectional Committee MSD 5, which functions under Management and System Division Council, is engaged in developing Indian standards in various important fields of documentation and information, namely bibliography, cataloging, microfilms, data elements and interchange formats. Library statistics. It is one of the oldest committees of BIS. Though after this inaugural session, I will also give one PPT, so that I will just clear a bit about all those sectional committees, what we are doing in details. With the advent of this electronic era, the aspirations and need of the users has also changed, both in terms of content, access, variety and speed. So there is a need to keep pace with this changing time through technological advancement and adaptation. Therefore, a need was felt to create more awareness about the importance of standardization and standards for their effective utilization in libraries and information centers. With this view our department, that is Management and Systems Department, this seminar has been planned out on an important theme, that is role of standards in library science and information sciences. So I urge all the participants to share their experiences and deliberate on these issues and the challenges in the fraternity would face in the future. So I welcome you all in this seminar and hope it will be an enriching experience. So I would like to inform you that Shri Anuj Bhatnagar ji, who was supposed to join this event, and he was about to give one presentation about activities of BIS. So since he could not join us due to some medical reasons, on his behalf I will request the permission of the chair to please grant me permission to give this presentation, so that I will try to explain about basic activities, what we are doing, and most important, who we are. Can we have next slide, please? So I will be just explaining in brief that who we are and what we are doing and how we are planning to do this. So basically this is nothing but just a history. about our beginning, about Indian. Earlier we were known as Indian Standards Institution. As you have gone through the slides, that we started functioning since 6th of August 1919, and after independence we were being called as Indian Standards Institution. You could have noticed a mark called ISI mark on our most of the products like packaged drinking water and many products. So this is the basic mark, and we are celebrating almost 75 years of our organization. So ISI started functioning in Shri Institute of Industrial Research, and this is from the humble beginning as we have started. And since first Prime Minister Pandit Shri Jawaharlal Nehru laid the foundation stone on 21st of August 1954 and inaugurated building on 24th of November 1958. So these are some of the historical things that we are doing. So now coming under how we came to be known as BIS. BIS Act was passed in way back in 1986, and that Act gave us the statutory activity status in 87. Later on, that Act was again revised in 2016, and as of now we are functioning under BIS Act 2016. And in purview of this particular act, we are being known as now National Standards Body of the country. In subsequent slides, I will explain what does it mean. So these are some of the locations. As you can see on the map, we have pan-India presence. Mostly we are present in state capitals of most of the states. In addition to it, we have 8 laboratories in which we test number of products, and we have our headquarters located in ITO Delhi. So this is something which we are doing. Now coming to core activities, these are some of the core activities which we are doing. We are formulating standards. We are also doing conformity assessment schemes like product certification, management system certification, hallmarking, compulsory registration. I think most of you, if not all, then most of you would have already seen our product certification mark. That is nothing but ISI mark. Whether it is on packaged drinking water or any fan, geyser or anything. So basically this is one of our most famous schemes. In management system certification, we also grant certificates of 9001 or 14001. Now coming to hallmarking, I think nowadays you would have seen that triangle mark, something called hallmark on gold ornaments. And now coming to compulsory registration, if you would have bought any electronic gadgets in last 2-3 years like mobile phones, you could have seen that 8 mark something. So that is also our mark. We are giving that mark, registration mark. In that it is a self-registration number is there. And we are also doing laboratory services. We are also giving consumer awareness and standards promotion activity. And today we have assembled here in terms of for promoting that standards only. And lastly, we are also doing some training activities. So I am not going into what is the standard, because I assume here most of the audience, they are already experts and they know what is the standard. I will simply switch over to definition of standard. Definition is very simple. As you can see, standard is a document established by consensus and approved by a recognized body that provides for common and repeated use, rules, guidelines or characteristics for activities or their results aimed at the achievement of the optimum degree of order in a given context. So here the important thing is standard is a document established by consensus. So I think every organization, whether it is an educational organization or is it a industry, guidelines are very common and it is being drafted by all the organizations. But the important thing is when that particular document is being drafted by an experts and when it is adopted by BIS, the same document is being called as national standard. And whensoever it is known as national standard, then it has implications pan-India and outside India, wheresoever if Indian standards are being discussed. So from here we have the importance of formulating any standard, and in subsequent sessions our my colleague and our chairman sir, they will also explain the importance of consensus. Normally we try to formulate standards by consensus driven. It is not something like we have a veto kind of thing or voting kind of thing. We try to generalize the things. So now the question comes, why are standards important? So standards contain information that indicate product safety. As I have already told you, you could have seen on fan, geyser or any electronic gadgets that so our BIS mark, it gives a kind of a third party assurance that we do not guarantee that product is of best quality, but we just guarantee that particular product is of good quality and it's not inferior. It also clarifies health risk, environmental risk. It increases the transparency in the market. It creates compatibility, create a level playing field, reduce information search cost, and so on. So why do we need standards? So these are the important points: to define and raise level of quality, to facilitate transfer and technology, to disseminate good management and business practices, to assess and demonstrate conformity. So I will like to highlight on the third point itself, to disseminate good management and business practices. I will just request that in today's technical session also we can just have some good ideas on library management and all, so that in future we can have some ideas to formulate standards. Basically we just want to standardize any good practices so that it can be beneficial for the common society. So that's what something which we are aiming for. So what do we aim at? We generally aim for a variety control. Standards should be compatible, it should be interchangeable and functional like that. Now coming to something technical, that how we are formulating the standards. So this is a general pyramid diagram. Normally we have a governing council in which we have executive committee, we have a standard advisory committee. So these particular committees, they propose anything new and they basically approve the formulation of standard. So basically they have some administrative work. And subsequently we have sectional committees, subcommittees and panels. So we have sectional committees on different topics. For example, this is Information and Document Control Committee, MSD 5, in which we are today assembled here. So similarly, we are functioning under the domain area of different committees. As you can see on different slides, we have 15 divisional councils in BIS. So these divisional councils are nothing but, you can see broadly we have just divided most of the areas in terms of divisional council. We can have divisional council of civil engineering, chemical, electrochemical, management systems, metallurgy. So broadly, if you can see, we have classified different areas broadly under our divisional council, and these divisional councils basically identify any new topic on which standards have to be formulated, and these divisional councils basically refer that topic to a particular sectional committee, which sectional committee is particularly dealing with that topic. So in this way we have these sectional committees with a different name: CAD for cement and concrete, CHD for inorganic chemicals, and in the same light we have this MSD 5, that is Management and Systems Department, sectional committee 5, which is looking after information and document control, that is library science. So this is how we are functioning in our sectional committees. We are inviting experts from consumers, from regulatory departments, industries, laboratories, academia, technologies and experts, and BIS member secretary. So as you can see in this pyramid diagram, we always try to generate a consensus. and we try to give an equal participation and equal representation from most of the stakeholders. And time to time we are also looking after the composition of these sectional committees also, and whenever if we are finding any we need any expertise in particular sectional committee, then we do invite experts from outside also. So this is something BIS Act in section 10 we are getting the authority that the standards established by BIS shall be Indian standards. I won't be divulging in details because these are something legal provisions. So I am again sliding this thing. I will just go through subsection 1 because this is a bit important. It's written, no individual shall, without the authorization of Bureau in any manner or form, publish, reproduce or record any Indian standard or part thereof or any other publication of the Bureau. That is nothing but the copyright issues and all, because our standards are something national standards, and we always try, most of our Indian standards are free of cost, and that can be downloaded by anyone and everyone, provided if it is being used for information purposes. But once you are doing commercial things and all, then you have to purchase that standards. So this is the process of standard formulation. Project proposal, we are receiving any new ideas in terms of project proposal, that is new work items. Then we are discussing the same within our sectional committees. We are forming working draft on it, and then we are preparing the preliminary draft. We are circulating this draft among all our committee members, and we are inviting their comments. And then once our preliminary draft is ready, then we are circulating it for comments for common public, in which anyone and everyone can comment on that particular draft. And once those comments are received, we again discuss those things in our sectional committees. And finally, if the final draft is being adopted by the divisional council, that particular standard, we are giving it a particular number, and which is called as IS number. And in this way, we are formulating the standards. So that's all from my side. Thank you.